How to deal with negative or toxic people in your life. Hi, I'm Melanie. In this channel, I review all my tips and strategy that gets me to financial freedom. In order to achieve your own financial freedom goal, mixing with the right group of people is absolutely vital. Ever heard of the word birds of the same feather flock together? That is absolutely true. So you want to surround yourself with people who believe in your dream, for people who will support you and will push you further towards your financial goals. And you don't want to surround yourself with people who don't believe in your dream and people who will always throw a wet blanket on your ideas and people who is competitive against you instead of being happy for your success. But how do you get rid of these people? They seem to keep coming back, don't they? You always seem to have people like that in your life, isn't it? So how do you get rid of all these negative people and only surround people who is positive around you? Now, the first thing you have to do and to be conscious about is to not buy into their beliefs. Negative people will always try to argue their way to get you out of your dream. So make sure that you're aware of it, but do not pointlessly argue with them to try to get them to change their perspective. All you need to realize is that you don't need to change their point of view, and neither do you have to listen to their point of view either. Your life is yours and their lives is theirs. Forcing ideas and belief into people who's not willing to receive it is absolutely pointless. So you just need to realize your difference and walk your own path. Now, the second thing you need to do is to hold your tongue. I know, this is a very difficult one. Even I myself is struggling to do that sometimes. Not reacting is probably the best action you can take towards these negative people. Because the whole point of these negative people is not to, especially people who is online and giving you advice and comment, and people you really don't even know in your life, they are just trying to push their opinion on you. That's the main goal of why they say what they say. The more you react to these negative comments, the more you feel these people and make them eager to want to comment more about the topic. So ignoring it and not spend a second of your life on it is probably the most effective way that you can deal with this situation. Please don't mistaken this as constructive criticism. There's a big difference in terms of negative people making comment and people who is giving you constructive criticism and constructive feedback. Some of these negative feedback or this comment can come from your family members or from, say for example, a customer of your business. They might not come from a very positive space or state of mind, but all in all, they're trying to inform you something. Your family would try to do what they think is best for you. Your customer complain for a reason because they're unhappy about certain products of yours, certain service of yours. So these are not negative people. So don't try to confuse them. These are people who's trying to give you a feedback, and that's two different things. Just know that every time when you come into a situation where there's a disagreement, everyone wants their point of view to be the winning opinion. Say for example, if it's your customer or if it's your family that's really important to you, if winning the conversation doesn't harm you in any way or doesn't change your perspective on things or doesn't force you into certain action that you don't want to, then sometimes losing that conversation and save that relationship is probably more important. You just need to realize that they come from a space where they care for you, but doesn't mean that you have to listen to their advice. So make sure you just hold your tongue and let them say what they say, which they're concerned about you. Take the high road and don't argue with them and just live your own life. The next thing to do is then set boundaries to minimize your contact with these negative people in your life. And sometimes it might not be physical boundary, but just conversational boundary. Say for example, if it's your family member that you have to see all the time, then just avoid the conversation that you think is going to lead to disagreement. So if you find that you have very different point of view in certain topics, say for example a financial topic with a certain family member or certain groups of friends, then just try to avoid financial topic altogether. Try to talk about topics that you guys enjoy as a group or enjoy talking about instead of focusing on things that you guys totally disagreeing on. And then outside of your family member and outside that group of friends, you then can find other friends or other groups of people that enjoy the same point of view that you have regarding that particular topic. The next thing you want to do is to create a positive environment around your life. Although sometimes it's impossible to completely get rid of toxic people or negative people around your life, because sometimes they are your close friend and sometimes they are your close family. Just make sure that outside your family or outside this group of friends that you have a lot more people that will support your positive ideas. As long as the number of positive people in your life outweighs the number of negative people in your life, you will be fine. Just make sure that you understand that the people that you put as negative people or toxic people in your life might just share a different belief or different value as you do in life. There is no real right or wrong in this situation, just different people with different aspirations in life. And that brings me to my next point, which is to be more understanding. Now, I read this book by Robert Kiyosaki and it's called The Guide to Investing, and I'll put a link down in the description box below on where you can get this book. And he simplifies this idea into a very simplified form, which I think it absolutely makes sense. So he says that everyone prioritizes these three things differently in life: being secure, being comfortable, and being rich. Therefore, it creates different opinions and different beliefs in things. So for example, for you, if being rich is your utmost important in life compared to being secure and being comfortable, and when you talk to someone who believes that being secure is the utmost importance in their life, what do you think is going to happen when you tell the person who put being secure as the utmost importance that you're going to start a business of your own? What do you think their comment will be? People who prioritize being secure would obviously tell you that starting a business is way too risky. There's too many things that can go wrong, that you could lose everything, right? And compared to people who, say for example, your priority is to be rich, and you talk to someone whose priority is to be comfortable, and you tell them you want to start a business, what do you think the advice of people who prioritize being comfortable would tell you about starting your own business? They would say that starting a business would be long hours, you would have no weekends, you'll have to give up your social life, and it's not worth it. So if you understand these 3 points and how people prioritize their life according to these 3 points, you will start to understand why people say the things they say. And he put it so simply that these 3 points is what people feel happiness in. So people who choose being secure as the utmost important need security in their life for them to feel ultimate happiness. People who choose being comfortable as the utmost important would choose having comfortable lifestyle, having a good work-life balance as the utmost important for them to truly feel happiness. And for people who choose being rich as their utmost importance in life, then earning the big bucks is what truly makes them happy in life. So once you realize these differences in people and how they prioritize these 3 points in life, you will start to realize as you hear your friends and family talk, you can start to realize how that particular person prioritizes what's most important in their life and what makes them truly happy. So say for example, if you want to start up your own business and your family or your close friends say the market is already too saturated, it's impossible, it's really difficult, then While they're saying this, all you need to identify is that they prioritize different things. They prioritize security over being rich. Therefore, starting their own business is just way too big of a risk for them to put out there, and they won't feel secure enough for them to feel happy. And that's not your take in life. So as long as you realize that and that you can identify that, then there is no need for you to argue and force your point of view across to these people. And on top of that, you will also realize that you can be more understanding and realize where they're coming from when they say the things that they say. And if you don't understand these 3 points, you might see them as negative people in your life. You might say that, oh, this person is such a coward, he doesn't like to take risk in life. But once you understand these 3 basic points, you will step back and think, is that really being coward? Is that really not taking risks in their life? Or is that just how they choose to feel happy in their life? So it's not really that negative, is it? It really is just different perspective in life. If you like this video so far, don't forget to share this video with your friends and subscribe to our channel for weekly updates on tips and strategy on how to get yourself to financial freedom. We also have a video on how to deal with complaining customer if you do own a business and if you are a small business owner. The video is right up here, so I highly recommend you check them out after this video. That's all the tip I have for you today. Until next time. See ya!